Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to go over a video today, and the title of it's going to be The Will to Win. And I'm going to show you why I titled that as I start playing this game. So this game starts off with e4 because I'm a Vienna player, so I always start with e4, and we get into a Scandinavian opening. So after the classic moves in the Scandinavian opening, he just plays this very passive move, moving his queen back. And so I try and grab some space in the center, develop my pieces. He attacks my light squared bishop here, and not wanting to just retreat and give up the trade, I try and keep the bishop. Castles, he moves back, and now I pin the knight to the king. Queen steps in the way, still pinned though. Nice centralizing move, putting the rook on e1. Tries to kick my bishop. This was a weird little variation. I thought, well, if you're going to take my bishop, I'm going to take your knight and ruin your pawn structure. Which we did, but ultimately, I don't know if this was that great. It kind of put me in a weird position here in the middle game. And ultimately, I blunder a pawn here soon. Attacking the knight, or more of just a developing move that's putting some pressure on the knight. He develops, looking to castle kingside. Attacks the queen. I attack the queen. Queen moves, and I just elect to trade here. Really not a great move. I had no reason to take the knight, and so theory says I shouldn't have. You know, to take is a mistake unless you have a purpose behind it. So not a great move on my end. And then here he doubles up. He ruins my pawn structure by taking my knight. He castles like I assumed he would, and we're kind of stuck in this weird little mid game where he has double pawns on the b file and I have double pawns on the c file, and he has a light squared bishop and I have a knight. But I've got some plans to attack him, although they don't really go like I wanted to. I start with a rook lift. I take this pawn, undoubling both of us. His are connected though, where mine are on islands, so his position's slightly better here. Attacking the knight, so I have to defend. Attacking the bishop, so I put him in check. This piece is pinned, so he can't just take. He moves, and now I'm kind of stuck in this tricky position where my rook's attacked as well as my knight is attacked. And so I attack his queen. Defended like this and this. Now he's got a lot of pressure on my knight. I move. I have to move again. Actually, I should have moved again is what I had to do, but I tried this in-between move, and this move loses for white on the spot because of, see if you can guess it. Yep, pawn to e5. Discovered attack on the rook and putting pressure on my queen. And the queen doesn't really have a lot of squares. All these are taken away from her, so. And there's no way to defend this piece with this piece. And the knight's under attack. All three of my pieces are under attack here, so completely losing position. And then this was a 10+0 game. But I played on because I had the will to win. And after saving the knight, saving the knight right here with this move, he puts a tempi on my queen, and I just decide, you know what, I've got to go for the throat here. I don't really have anything. You know, I'm down an entire rook basically for nothing. So I put my queen on this dark squared weakness the king has, because there's no dark squared bishop, and the queen's the only piece that can defend these squares. Checks, we trade the rooks because I have to. I have back rank problems. And now I decide, I get into this comfortable position, and I miss this in the game. I'll show you what I should have played, but in this position, black played rook captures a2, which loses on the spot its mate in 2. See if you can find it. Pause the video if you'd like, and okay, hopefully you're back. The winning move is knight to f6. The reason being is you can't capture because then queen to f8 is checkmate, right? And let's say after knight to f6, let's say you don't capture, right? Let's say you play, I don't know, rook to a1. Then you just get queen captures h7 checkmate, right? So this is the winning move. This is mate in 2, but I missed it. I played another poor move because I'm just thinking, okay, I'll checkmate him here. But black has one move that saves the position, and it's quite simple. You attack the knight and defend h7. and you're defending this piece as well. So black had a lot of chances to win, but I think time was low. I think he had 2 minutes left and I had 4 minutes left. So plenty of time to sit there and analyze the position. But, I mean, it's scary. I'm threatening mate on him and he's up he's up 2 pieces on me. So he's up a whole rook. Anyway, he misses it. He captures. And again, I miss mate. But this is why I'm calling this video the will to win. Because even though I missed a ton of opportunities to win and I made a ton of mistakes, I decided that I can win this with just a queen versus a rook bishop ending. And so you got to play like this. You have to play with this, even though I'm going to make mistakes, even though I'm missing opportunities that I shouldn't have. Because even in the game, I was like, oh my gosh, I just missed checkmate and won. I just was blinded by the greed of capturing the queen. But you have to play the game like life. You have to say, you know, even though I'm going to make mistakes, I have to play on. And if I keep trying, there's no way I'm going to lose, right? If I keep playing the game, I'll get better. And that's the way you have to approach the game. If you approach the game as a perfectionist, you're going to constantly be frustrated with yourself. And so that's not the vibe I want to give on this channel. And let's get back to the game. So he plays bishop to c2, looking for a back rank checkmate, right? So I play a reasonable move, h4, just freeing up some squares, check, king moves, and now black is slightly better. Well, he's not slightly, black has a lot more material, but I have a much stronger piece in the queen. And so my objective now is to clean up these pawns and then go for the throw, go for checkmate, without getting, whoops, that's not what was played in the game, without getting checkmated at the same time. So next move I played was check, which king moved, picking up this pawn, and then he defends, I don't know why he played this move, this is kind of weird, defending check, but then the king just moves, yeah, so not the greatest move. Gives up the c pawn, chasing the queen, gives up the b pawn, so I've accomplished my goal. I picked up these 3 loose pawns. He attacks my f pawn, I put him in check again, and then I defend my f pawn. This is a good move. It kind of cut off, well, not a great move, but it kind of prolongs this push with the h pawn, so I can't really do much with it, so I kind of have to use my king to try and get in here. A stalling move on me. I think he was at a minute here, and I just wanted to put pressure on him and wanted to keep my queen in a safe spot, also keeping an eye on the f pawn. Looking for a nice move here to check him, but he sees it, so I put him in check again, and then I start to push. I blunder here, bad move, but still I play on. This is a nice move, putting the queen here, making sure that he can't advance at all, locking his pawns and his king into this corner. And then this is a poor move because it's defended, so I begin this long king march, and my plan is to go all the way around for a checkmate, right? If I can. He can stop me if he were to play smart, like instead of playing this move, if he played this move, how am I going to get around, right? I could try going this way, but still I can't infiltrate. I'd have to do something crazy like that, right? If I were to put the king there and then try and move my queen around, but he has like this in-between check move and it's awkward, and if he were able to get his rook up on this file, like black had a lot of fighting chances here, but he just kind of panicked once he lost his queen. So he makes this mistake, and then he just checks me. I'm able to enact my plan, and from here it's mate in 3. No matter what black does, he's toast. And yeah, at this point he resigned. Actually, he played this move and then he resigned. So yeah, mate in 1, pretty easy to see. So this was a really good game. Just shows the resolve needed to win. And I'll say it again, chess is like life. You have to play through the mistakes and have an unconquerable spirit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below, and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.